All right, hello and welcome, Blues fans. I'm your broadcaster, Davis Ellington. We're set and ready to go for Blues baseball today here from Sinsheimer Stadium on a lovely Saturday. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go around the diamond for what the Blues have going today defensively. Out in the outfield and left field, we have number 38, Brian Dowell. Center fielders, number 36, Brendan Gomez. And over in right is Josh Ramirez, who played left last evening. And then around the horn of the infield at third base, once again, the Cal Poly product, Conager Sands. At short, another Cal Poly player, Brooks Lee. Second base again is Justice Gibbons, and anchoring the infield over at first is Justin Lutz. And the battery for the Blues today, Ryan McCarty back behind the plate after a great day. Had a couple good blocks for the Blues as well as a couple hits and some runs scored. And on the mound is number 27, the right-hander Mario Lopez. Lopez out of Cuesta College from Delano, California, is looking to get his first win as a Blue and get them a 2-0 series lead here as the Santa Maria Packers lineup has some change today. Leading off for them is Marcus Nix. Travis Welker will hit second. Slim Lopez is hitting in the 3 spot. Josh Tanasia, who was a pinch hitter last night, hitting in the 4 spot for the Packers. Trevor Garcia hitting 5th. Ryan Stevens, the right fielder, will bat 6th. 7, 8, 9 look like Nate Mitchell, Levi Fain, and Mark Rubalcaba will anchor the Santa Maria Packer lineup as they will send Jake Shustrich to the mound today as he was the 3-hitter in last night's ball game for the Packers. So Blues looking to echo their solid defensive performance last night, yielding only 2 hits over the course of 9 innings, 1 error, and no runs allowed as they won last night 3-0. The wind is blowing a little bit today. It's a little chilly, nothing too bad though, as the sun's still shining, not a cloud in the sky as we get set for Blues baseball here as Lopez finishes up his warm-up tosses. Pretty solid crowd here. Last night was a fantastic outing as we had the whole stadium nearly filled. Trying to answer that with another solid crowd tonight as a couple returning Blues interns from last year made a visit, gone to their old station. If anyone has come to a game and dropped their kid off at the Kid Zone the last 2 years, Cassidy Sargent, who ran our Kid Zone, back today to just to see how it's functioning without her. And I think we're doing just fine as we get set and we're ready for baseball here as Marcus Nix, the center fielder, will step to the plate as he will face Lopez, the right-handed pitcher, faces the right-handed hitter. We're going to get ready for baseball right here as Lopez's first offering is a fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Blues used 3 pitchers last night as Cole Tucker got the win, going 5 strong innings. Barnhart and Ziegler came on in relief to keep the shutout as there's another fastball. Lopez hits the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2 here as he comes out firing bullets early. Blues looking for more of the same as Tucker was pretty efficient with his pitches last night as well as that fastball cut on and missed. It's a little breezy. Get your jackets out. Swing and a miss by Marcus Nix, and he's quickly down on 3 pitches. And just like that, Lopez racks up his first K of the day. As now Travis Welker will step to the plate. The second baseman looks to try his luck as Lopez rocks and deals his first offering. A fastball swung, hit on the ground to third, chested by Conager Sands. He knocks down, picks it up by the bare hand, throw on to first in time to get Welker, and they're quickly 2 gone. Nice play by Sands there. Sacrifices the body. Ball took a funky hop on him off the grass, caught him up around the collarbone. He's able to knock it down and make a nice strong throw. That's a thing a lot of infielders try to practice, what we called boot and bare hand drill when I played. Knock it down. You're going straight to the bare hand, but you got to pick it up, make a strong throw. Don't want to rush it too much. And he had some perfect execution right there to get the out as the first pitch to Slim Lopez is a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. So Mario Lopez working well here out of the windup. Seems to have a good rhythm early as McCarty sets up on the outside corner. Another fastball cut on and missed. It's quickly 0-2. Lopez has got some pretty good velocity working for him today. Saw him warming up, looks strong. See how many innings the Blues can get out of him. He'll be able to go a fair amount if he keeps working at this rate as the 0-2 offering is on the way from Lopez. It's a fastball swung on, tap fouled at the plate. It checks up off the chest protector of McCarty and it'll stay 0-2. So nobody on, 2 gone in the inning. Lopez looking for another punch out, try to get his lineup up here for the chance to do some damage. As the right hand hitting Slim Lopez Now stands in, widens the stance a little bit. The 0-2 offering swung on and missed. Up top where Mama has the Thin Mints. And as inning over, side retired. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts. Those strikeouts brought to you by Club Cannon, industry-leading CO2 special effects equipment and accessories. As we will head to the bottom of the first, I'll be taking a short break, but we have the camera going, so as long as you can see the feed and the movement on the field, you haven't been disconnected, and I'll be back on in a second. Blues looking to make some noise early as they'll come to the plate in the bottom of the inning. That's the case. Bottom of the first set to go here, as the Blues will send Justice Gibbons, the second baseman, hitting again in the leadoff spot today, as he did yesterday, as he stands in facing Jake Sustrich. Sustrich winds and throws his first offering. It's a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Blues will send Gibbons, Ramirez, and Lee to the plate. As Sustrich misses high with a fastball there, and the count goes even, 1-1 strike. Gibbons, tough night at the plate last night. A couple good sack bunts to his name, though, as that fastball is going to miss a little up and off the plate, 2-1. As Sustrich, the tall right-hander, working from the middle of the mound, just comes right over the top with those long arm, that whip, as that ball is popped up down the first baseline. It's going to be in foul territory as the first baseman for the Packers rolls over, makes the catch. Tanasia able to pull that one in, and with that, Gibbons is retired for the first out of the inning, and that brings up Josh Ramirez. Josh Ramirez, the utility player, but we got him in the outfield for the first 2 games of the season out of Cal State Dominguez Hills. One of our many homegrown players from Paso Robles, as he'll stand in. The first offering him is a fastball. It's going to be a bit high there, 1-0. Brooks Lee waits in the on-deck circle. Lee, a tough night at the plate yesterday, but a solid defensive game, looking to get the bat going as Ramirez watches a high fastball. It's quickly 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The count here. Wind blowing fairly with some force here from the right to left. A little more than usual. Nothing too bad as that fastball misses away, and it's 3-0. So Ramirez in the driver's seat here. We'll see if he's taken all the way or if Skip's going to give him the green light on 3-0 as the pitch comes in. A fastball right down the middle, taken all the way was Ramirez as he watches a strike go by at the belt. So now he'll be a hitter, 3-1. Looks for more of the same after that fastball as he swings and pops this fastball up behind home plate. Giving chase is the catcher, and making the catch is Mark Rubalcaba as Rubalcaba pulls that one in, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So a couple infield pop-ups here for the Blues as they just seem to be a little bit underneath the ball, trying to lift it too much. Got to try to take those line drive swings, thinking about hitting the top of the ball. Ramirez just trying to do a bit too much with that one, got underneath it. So now Brooks Lee will hit. Lee, the son of head coach Larry Lee for Cal Poly, as Brooks swings through a fastball, 0-1. Some high heat from Jake Sustrich. Lee unable to catch up to that one. So quickly 0-1 here as Schustrich has been making quick work of Blues hitters as well. As that fastball swung on foul back, it's quickly 0-2. So 0-2 now as Lee finds himself in a bit of a hole. We'll see if he can battle back here as Justin Lutz waits in the on-deck circle. The 0-2 offering on the way. A slider well inside as Lee has to bend out of the way. 1-2. As a hitter, you wouldn't mind taking an off-speed pitch to the waist. 0-2 there. Get out of that at bat, get on base, keep the inning going. But that one wasn't quite in enough to hit Brooks as he tried to sell it. So 1-2 the count now as he digs back in. The left-handed hitting shortstop. The lefty Lutz on deck. The righty Schustrich deals. That fastball sprayed foul down the left field line. That's going to get into the parking lot. One lucky fan might find that embedded in their windshield, as that one didn't sound too friendly when it landed. So we'll do the 1-2 again here as Schustrich winds and throws a fastball just a bit inside as Lee backs off the plate there. It's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count here on a cloudless day in San Luis Obispo. No better place to spend a Saturday as that changeup falls just a bit low. Lee bailing out of the box again as it ran a bit down toward his feet. And the count's one run full 3-2. So good at bat here by Brooks to at least work the count full after starting 0-2. Making Schustrich work a little bit here in the first inning as the full count offering is a fastball hit on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. And on to first in time. So the 4-3 putout retires Brooks Lee. Blues go down in order here as we will head to the top of the second. Bottom of the first brought to you by PG&E. From our roots in the gold rush days in the Sierra foothills to the post-World War II population boom, all the way to the development of clean, renewable energies of the 21st century. PG&E is privileged to serve 15 million Californians. And we'll be back. 1 inning done here at Sinsheimer. A couple clean innings for the pitchers on both sides. As we'll be back with the top of the second. 0-0 after 1. And we're set to go here. Top of the second about to get underway. 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Packers due up. It'll be Josh Tanasia, the first baseman, to kick things off here against Lopez. Lopez, a clean 1-2-3 and a couple of strikeouts already to his credit as he winds and throws his first offering to Tanasia as a fastball right on the outside corner, 0-1. Lopez showing great control of that fastball here early on, really able to hit that outside corner of these right-handed hitters. As Tanasia scoots up a little bit on the plate here, trying to take away that outside corner as McCarty sets up outside again. That fastball sprayed foul down the right field line and out of play. It's quickly 0-2. So 0-2 here to the powerful hitting Tanasia. Tanasia, a returner for the Packers. He made some noise last year against the Blues in the 4-game series as the 0-2 changeup hit on the ground to first. Fielded not cleanly by Lutz, flips on to first in time, though. Nevertheless, great cover there by Lopez to get over on the ball down the first baseline. Lutz kind of got a tough hop there, checked up off his belt buckle, it looked like. He's still able to knock it down, flips it to the pitcher covering, and 1 gone in the inning brings up Trevor Garcia, the third baseman. So Lopez doing it on the mound and doing it on the run, showing that pitchers also are athletes. As his first offering here to Trevor Garcia as a fastball off the plate away, 1-0. That is the first batter that the first batter that Lopez has not started off with a first pitch strike. So just a credit to his efficiency here today so far in the early going as his 1-0 pitch is popped up. It's just going to drift out of play here as it goes toward the Blues dugout, and it's 1-1 as giving chase was Lutz, but saw that the fence was fast approaching. So count runs even to 1-1 is another solid crowd here at the Blues game. You can see most of the fans in the stands on the screen. Just underneath the lip of the screen, we got our grass hill populated by families and groups of friends out to enjoy a ball game as that fastball is swung on and slapped straight back to the screen. 1-2. One thing I want to mention about this screen is it is backwards, so this hitter is actually right-handed. But I believe you are all seeing him as left-handed. So something to keep in mind so that I don't sound crazy. As that fastball swung on and missed up top where Mama has the Thin Mints. And there are two gone here as the hot cheddar gets Garcia swinging there with two away. Ryan Stevens will step to the plate. Yeah, so on this camera, it appears that the field is flipped. The Blues actually are in the first base dugout, but it looks like you're seeing him walk to the first base dugout when, in fact, the Packers are in the third base dugout. As the first pitch, fastball off the fist and into shallow and a dive and just off the tip of the glove as Justice Gibbons gives a tremendous effort there on the head first dive, but the ball just out of his reach, an inch more on that glove, and he might have pulled it in. So that'll be the first hit of the game as Ryan Stevens got a fastball in on the hands, just kind of cued it out into no man's land. Justice Gibbons on his horse almost tracks it down as it just tips off the edge of his glove. So now with two away, Nate Mitchell, the left fielder, will hit. As Lopez now for the first time will have to work out of the stretch. His first offering, a fastball hit on the ground to third. Sands has it, straightens up, throws on to first in time for the out. So no harm done on the 2-out single as Mitchell's retired on the first pitch he sees from Lopez. As that ground out brought to you by Central Coast Brewing, real Californian beer, and Sunset Honda, your new and used Honda car dealership in the San Luis Obispo. We'll be back with the bottom of the second. Blues sending up the heart of their order. It'll be Lutz, Sands, and Dowell when we come back. All right, we are back at it here, bottom of the second, as it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Blues. Justin Lutz, the first baseman, after making one of the defensive stops in the top of the inning, will hit here to get things started. The 4-hitter digs in now, the big lefty out of Pepperdine University. His first offering from Schustrich is swung on and hit in the air to right field, camping underneath and now coming in a couple steps and making the catch is Ryan Stevens. So one gone in the inning here as Lutz goes after the first fastball he sees. And with one down, Conager Sands will hit. Sands, Cal Poly infielder out of Bakersfield, California, wearing number 8 last year. That number worn by Price Vicentainer from UAB. Vicentainer, our CCL All-Star second baseman last year. Sands looking to add to the reputation of the number as he watches a fastball out on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Sands digs in the righty-righty matchup as he watches a changeup just a bit off the plate there. Good eye to let that one miss the zone, 1-1. As Schustrich also, much like Lopez, trying to work that outside corner of these right-handed hitters. That fastball swung on, hit in the air to center field, a couple steps back. Now camping under it is Marcus Nix, as he will make the catch, and there are quickly 2 gone. So far, another pretty economical inning on the mound as Schustrich has 2 outs already. Trying to outdo Lopez, see who can go with the least amount of pitches for an inning. As now with 2 gone, Brian Dowell will hit. Dowell out in left field today. Watches a fastball a bit high there, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes on deck. Designated hitter Dylan Beavers looking to get his chance to hit. As that offering's a fastball right on the outside corner, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here as Dowell gets some dirt, rocking the bare hand, no batting gloves. Looking to the dirt to help provide some grip. As the 1-1 offering from Schustrich is a changeup swung and popped up just in the shallow outfield grass, is going out and making the catch is the shortstop for the Packers, is Slim Lopez. Looked like he had a little bit of trouble with it in the sun, but then tracks it down. So 1-2-3 inning has 3 fly ball outs for the Blues. Looks like they're just a little bit under the pitches of Schustrich, need to try to hunt the top of that baseball. But we're through 2 innings. Nothing's our score. Score brought to you by Villa Automotive, our family, taking care of your family for over 60 years. As we've played 2 at Sinsheimer, we are knotted at zeros, as we'll be back with the top of the 3rd. Lopez looking for more of the same when we come back. Top of the 3rd set to go. As our PA man, Jim Siebert, always with the jokes here today, making all of us laugh. As Lopez takes them out here to get to work at the top of the 3rd, he'll face 8-9-1 hitters. Levi Fain, the designated hitter, steps to the plate. First pitch swinging his Fain. He fouls that fastball straight back off the screen. 0-1. So Fain, the lefty, looking to get things going for the Packers as Lopez tries to have another clean inning as that 0-1 offering is a fastball right there for a strike, 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes the count here as Lopez gets set for the 0-2 offering as kicks and deals. His pitch on the way. There's a changeup in the dirt there. Good block by McCarty. It's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now as the righty-lefty matchup continues here. Now Lopez into the wind and throws. The 1-2 offering is sprayed foul toward the on-deck batter for the Packers as he dances out of the way. It'll hold at 1-2. We'll do it again. So Lopez continuing with the theme of tonight's game so far, which is just pounding the zone with strikes, making these guys swing the bat. See if he can do it again here. The 1-2 on the way from Lopez as the righty buries that one in the side of Levi Fain. So Levi not too upset about that one as he gets a free base after taking that fastball to the rib cage there. So he's aboard on the hit by pitch. But that ball looked like it just kind of got stuck in the hand of Lopez. Really didn't come out right at all as that one missed badly. So with a man aboard here to start the inning, now I'll bring up the 9-hitter Rubalcaba. Rubalcaba, the catcher, also a lefty hitting catcher, as he stands in with a man on and nobody out, as Justin Lutz holds him on at first base. Infield pinched in slightly for a double play depth. In on the grass at third is Conager Sands. As that first pitch, fastballs are right down the middle, 0-1. Not a lot of watching going on up in that batter's box. If you sit around too long, it's going to be 0-2 before you know it, the way these two guys are pitching so far today, all over the zone here in a good way, as the 0-1 offering is set to come here as Lopez sets at the belt, takes a peek, now slide steps, a bunt is dropped down out in front of the mound. Lopez has it, throws on to first, and it hits the batter and caroms off the head of Justin Lutz. A heads-up base running by Levi Fain as he's able to take third. We'll hope Lutz is okay. Looks like he's a bit dazed on the play as that fastball thrown by the pitcher Lopez as he bounces off the mound, fields the bunt cleanly, just kind of tailed on him. It looks like the throw hit the runner Rubalcaba in the left shoulder, and from there, caromed off the left shoulder and caught Justin Lutz right in the teeth, as he looks like he's already waves off the training staff who wanted to go out and have a talk with him, but he says he's all right. So first and second, nobody out. So a sacrifice bunt goes awry here for the Blues as it's corners nobody out in the top of the order. Marcus Nix at the plate. Lutz looks like he's all right as he's collecting himself. Looked like he's just a bit shaken up by the collision there, but he's all good as he stretches out, now holds the runner on at first base. So corners nobody out, top of the order. Nix a strikeout victim to start this game off in the first as the tall righty stands in. The first offering him is a fastball hit on the ground to Lutz. He's going to come home with it as the runner breaks for the plate, and tagging out Rubalcaba at the plate is McCarty. So one gone, good heads-up play there by Lutz. That ball will find you. Takes a ball to the face immediately. Next pitch gets a ground ball hit right at him. Makes a great play there. Throws home to get the lead runner. So one gone in the inning here is the fielder's choice. Puts runners on first and second and only one out as Travis Welker will hit. Welker grounded out to Sands back in the first inning when Sands wore that ball off the chest. A great play by him to get the out. So Lopez now sets at the belt. His first offering on the way here. Runners lead from first and second. That fastball right on the black of the outside corner, 0-1. Great start by Lopez there, firing an immediate strike to jump ahead of this hitter. Looking for a ground ball double play if possible. Gibbons trying to keep the runner close over at second base. Brooks Lee in the usual shortstop position. So infield not pinched too much for a double play here, as that slider misses a bit low, 1-1. You normally see the infielders pinched a little closer than they are right now, but should work out all right as Brooks and Gibbons pretty quick fielders, able to make good breaks on the ball, so they'll be able to make up ground if a ball's hit for a possible double play possibility. Here's the 1-1 offering from Lopez. Out of the stretch is hit into shallow center, but making a leaping grab is Brooks Lee as he hangs on to the ball. It tried to squirm out of his glove, kept it in there, so there are two gone. And then great athletic play there by the shortstop from Cal Poly as he snares that floating line drive over his head, and there are two gone in the inning. That brings up Slim Lopez. Lee with a good break on that ball, goes into a leaping dive, caught the ball right in the palm, able to hang on to it. It looked like it was trying to squirm out, but he able to keep possession to the ground. That is a catch, and with two gone, Lopez will hit as first offering to him is a fastball bit low, just at the feet of McCarty as he spins around, picks it up. It's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes as the pitcher from Cuesta College looking for another clean inning here. As he looks in, gets the sign, McCarty sets up on the outside corner. The 1-0 offering on the way as Lopez takes a look back at second, now to the plate. As he fires a fastball just a bit outside, 2-0, doesn't miss by much, but just by enough. So 2-0 the count here. Runners take their leads, infield playing back. Two gone now, plays at any base but home. Outfield pretty straight up, a couple extra steps back in left field. As the 2-0 offering to Lopez on the way here. It's a fastball. This one does indeed catch the outside corner, 2-1. So good comeback pitch there, down 2-0 in the count. Mario Lopez able to get right back in there, firing a bullet on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Connor Gersand's a couple steps beyond the bag at third base. Let's playing behind the runner at first as the 2-1 offering on the way. Fastball swung on a miss, but he gets through the legs of McCarty, and all runners are going to advance 90 feet there, as that one just got right through the 5-hole of the catcher, and Nix trots down to second. Rubalcaba makes his way to third on the pass ball there. So McCarty, his first mistake behind the plate as far as blocking balls. Last night had some great blocks. 2 balls in, 2 strikes the count. Now 2 gone in the inning. Second and third. Lopez needs a punch out right here if he can get one, as the 2-2 offering on the way here from the belt. Fastball swung, lifted into shallow right field, taking a couple steps into the gap and making the catch is Josh Ramirez. So the Santa Maria Packers threaten, but they do not score. They get a hit by pitch and a single, and advanced runners on fielder's choice, but the Blues able to get out of it cleanly. So 3 scoreless innings pitched so far by Lopez. Top of the third, brought to you by Hope Family Wines. Hope Family Wines has been farming in Paso Robles for more than 30 years. We'll be back with the bottom of the third. Blues looking to break free when we come back with the bottom of the third. All right, bottom of the third set to go here, as the designated hitter Dylan Beavers will step to the plate. Blues 7, 8, 9 due up for them here in the bottom of the first, as the first offering from Schustrich is a fastball for a strike. 0-1. It's St. Patty's Day here at the ballpark. Bunch of people dressed up in their finest green and Irish attire, as that fastball catches the inside corner. It's quickly 0-2 to Beavers here, so 2 pitches, 2 strikes looking, as Schustrich winds and throws, misses outside with that fastball there. 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here, as Blues looking to get some run support here, as Mario Lopez has tossed 3 scoreless innings on the mound, only allowing 2 hits so far. Blues looking for their first one here, as he fouls that ball back. Does Beavers, and it's 1-2 again. So the 1-2 offering on the way. That fastball swung on tap, foul the plate, as that one runs in on the hands of Beavers, just able to fight it off there. Some self-defense nearly, as that one really ran in on the waist of Beavers. He's able just to chop it foul to keep the at-bat going, as waiting on deck circle is number 36, Brendan Gomez, as that fastball swung foul back to the screen. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Good job by Beavers there just to keep the at-bat alive. Couple close pitches, able to spoil them foul. As Beavers now settles back in, taps the plate a couple times, now ready to go. Schustrich's 1-2 offering, a changeup. Lifted foul down the left field line, going to be in play. Third baseman gives chase, can't find it, and it drops harmlessly for another foul ball. As that is a second life there for Beavers as Trevor Garcia trying to track it down. Almost went. Kevin Mitchell had to try to barehand it almost. It ended up behind him, coming over, more racing over from shortstop with Slim Lopez, unable to get there in time as Garcia couldn't square his body to the ball. So a second life here for Dylan Beavers. We'll see if he can make something happen with it as the 1-2 offering all the way. Fastball runs high, easy take by Beavers there, 2-2 as that one crosses at about his eyes. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to number 22, Dylan Beavers, as the 2-2 offering swung on and missed as Beavers goes chasing the high fastball there as he's down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And that brings Brendan Gomez to the plate. Gomez, the center fielder for the Blues today, hitting in front of the 9-hitter McCarty. So we'll see if the bottom of the order can spark something here in the third as the first offering from Schustrich is not close, 1-0. Fastball missing in the left-handed batter's box. The Blues got most of their offense from the bottom of the order last night. At least they set the table with the bottom of the orders. McCarty was hitting in the 8th spot, and he had the first 2 runs scored for the Blues as that fastball catches the corner 1-1. So McCarty was the fire starter last night, able to get himself on base with a couple of singles. Let the top of the order get him over and knock him in. Gomez and McCarty are going to look to do that again here today as that fastball misses high. It's 2-1 the count now as Gomez stands in slightly open stance, rests the bat on his shoulder, swings and chops this one back up the middle, and it's going to get through for a base hit. So indeed, the bottom of the order yet again trying to set the table as the first hit for the Blues tonight's a single up the middle by Brendan Gomez. So Ryan McCarty will step to the plate. McCarty, a good night last night. Couple of singles, couple of runs scored to his name. Now hitting with a man on and only 1 out as Schustrich will have to work from the stretch for the first time today with a man on first base. Third baseman Trevor Garcia even with the bag at third. And a first pitch strike on the outside corner to McCarty there. It's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. McCarty stands in, wind picking up a little bit here. As it's a bit of a breeze going right now as that fastball, same spot, same result, quickly 0-2. So McCarty watches a couple fastballs on the outer half of the plate, both called strikes, and he's behind in the count, 0-2 as the leadoff man, Justice Gibbons, waits in the on-deck circle for his chance to hit. As to getting a solid lead is Gomez over at first. We'll see if he tries something. He doesn't run. The pitch bit low in the dirt there. Good eye by McCarty as he watches that slider fall to the dirt, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone in the inning. As these people looking for their first Blue score, U score prices of the day as that curveball is going to fall in the zone. Strike 3 called as McCarty gets locked up on the 12-6 hook there. So 2 gone, both via the strikeout by Schustrich as that is his second K of the game, second of the inning as well, as McCarty sent back to the dugout, and that'll bring the top of the order around as Justice Gibbons will stand in. Gibbons popped up to the first baseman, Tanasha, his first time up. So Gibbons now digs in, the right-handed hitter. Ready to go at a Templeton High School. He's going to watch a fastball bit low there, 1-0. So Blues looking for the high school kid to get something going here for them in the bottom of the third. As Gomez at a Hancock College is over there at first base looking to start to do some running as that fastball misses up and away. Not a competitive pitch as Schustrich unable to entice a swing from Gibbons, and it's a quickly 2-0. So Gibbons in the driver's seat here. We'll see if he can make something out of this as Josh Ramirez would love to hit this inning if possible. Gibbons standing in the 2-0 offering off the plate away, 3-0. So a couple fastballs here by Schustrich, just unable to find the zone. Still trying to hit that outside corner. Can't do so on those. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. As Gibbons stands in, most likely will have the take sign here. We'll see if Schustrich puts something in the zone for him to look at. As now taking off for second is Gomez, but ball 4 as that ball winds up in the dirt, picked by Rubalcaba. So a 4-pitch walk there to the leadoff man, Gibbons. And the Blues have men on first and second and 2 away for Ramirez. So number 5, Josh Ramirez, Cal State Dominguez Hills product looking to get a knock here, try to break this scoreless tie as the Blues in the bottom of the third are trying to make some noise. First and second, 2 gone in the inning. As Ramirez waves the bat a couple of times now, time called by the catcher, Rubalcaba. He's going to go out and have a chat with his pitcher. This break in the action brought to you by Left Coast T-Shirt Company, committed to providing superior quality goods and the best service anywhere. Left Coast T-Shirt. As now we're set to go here, Rubalcaba comes back, gets behind home plate, ready to go, squared away with his pitcher on their strategy, attacking Ramirez. Ramirez popped out to the catcher, Rubalcaba, his first time up, as the first offering him was a fastball a bit up and out of the zone, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here, as Ramirez, the righty, facing the righty. Schustrich looking to find a gap. Outfield pretty straight up, couple steps back and left. Set right field and center, playing him about even, as that fastball finds the outside corner. It's even at 1-1. So ball down the left field line. Left fielder playing very shaded toward the left center gap. So a lot of room between he and the line. Large gap out in right center, as well as the right fielder shaded a little bit toward the line, as that fastball is going to be just a bit low there. Had the corner, just didn't have the height. So 2-1. So a couple good takes here by Ramirez, as he's ahead of the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Gomez leads from second, Gibbons from first. Second baseman trying to keep Gomez close, as swinging and fouling that ball back off the catcher is Ramirez, and the count runs even now, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone here in the home half of the third. We're still knotted at zeros, as this game's been moving along swimmingly so far, as both pitchers have been all over the zone, getting strike calls by the home plate umpire. As the 2-2 offering on the way here, as Schuster sets at the chest, his pitch is a curveball, not close, as it kind of just spun out of his hand there, and the count will run full 3-2. If Ramirez can reach Brooks Lee, the shortstop, will have a chance to hit. Made a fantastic play last inning on the line drive above his head as he leaped up to make the grab. As the full count offering, runners go, pitch swung on, driven to center field, hit pretty well, running back and reaching up, not able to catch it is the center fielder, as Marcus Nix can't haul it in, and 2 runs are going to come home to score for the Blues. So Josh Ramirez knocks him home there, a booming double over the center fielder Marcus Nix's head. And just like that, the Blues grab a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third, as Gibbons comes all the way around from first to score. Gomez trotted home easily. Both were running on contact, and we have a 2-0 lead as Brooks Lee will hit here. Brooks Lee grounded out to second base. His first time up, looking to keep this inning going as Ramirez leads from second base. Schustrich takes a breath, now collects himself on the mound. Looks in, gets the sign. His first offering to Lee is a fastball ripped foul down the right field line, as Brooks was sitting fastball. Got what he wanted just a little early, as he sends that one back toward the shrubbery out in right field. So 0-1 here. Outfield pretty straight up here. Couple steps back and right, as that ball's popped up on the infield. Lee throws the bat down, unhappy with himself, as that ball finally comes back to earth, as the shortstop Slim Lopez hauls it in. But the Blues strike for 2 as they take a 2-0 lead. We've played 3 innings. Those runs brought to you by ABC Bonding. It's better to know them and not need them than need them and not know them. As we're going to head to the top of the fourth, we played 3 at Sinsheimer. Blues have a 2-0 lead as Lopez looks to keep it that way when we come back. as we get set for action here, top of the fourth. Ready to get underway. As stepping to the plate is number 43, the first baseman, Josh Tanasia. As the big right-hander stands in, the first offering from Mario Lopez just backs him up there. Fastball got away a little bit. Tanasia ducks out of the way. Now Lopez winds and throws the 1-0 offering. A fastball swung and shot right back up the middle, a base hit. So leadoff man for the Packers aboard again, this time via a single up the middle as Tanasia has his first hit of the series, as that'll bring Trevor Garcia to the plate. Garcia 0 for 1 with a strikeout. His first time up is the third baseman now will stand in with a man on first and nobody gone. So Lopez back to the stretch here, as that's the third hit so far for the Packers, as Tanasia takes a short lead off first. Not really a threat to steal. This is the big right-hander, as the first pitch swung on foul back by Garcia, 0-1. So Lopez trying to have another clean inning here, as he's been working well on the mound. 3 solid so far, as he's been peppering the strike zone with a fastball slider combo, working the changeup on the corners pretty well, as that slider is going to be just a bit low there. 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count, as Trevor Garcia stands in, waves the bat above his head, open stance for the right-handed hitter, as Mario Lopez takes a look at first, now to the plate. A fastball rolled foul down the left field line, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here, as Trevor Garcia gets the sign, now stands in. Tanasia, a short lead from first base, as crowd still filing in, taking advantage of those blue score, U score pricing at our beer trailers. That ball is lifted down the right field line. It's going to be a long run. This is going to drop fair or foul, diving and unable to make the catch as the right fielders. He dove in the shallows. Ramirez unable to haul it in, as that's going to be a double for Trevor Garcia, as Josh Ramirez was shaded deep in the right center field gap there. Trevor Garcia flipped that one up high, but right on the line, as Ramirez went into a head first dive, just unable to come up with the ball. It was tough to see if he had or not. He dove right into the shadows. Couldn't see if the ball landed or not, as he looked like he was right on it, but just unable to haul it in. So Ryan Stevens will hit here. Stevens singled his first time up, as the right fielder batting from the left side stands in. Second and third, nobody out here. Corners in, middle back for the Blues on defenses. Ramirez out in right field, shaded toward the gap in right center. Left hand hitting Stevens at the plate. The first offering, a fastball swung, hit on the ground through the 4 hole. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to try to wave it around for 2. Ramirez's throw to the plate is going to be cut off by Lutz, and we have a tie ball game here, as Santa Maria quickly strikes with a pair of runs of their own in the top of the 4th. So Lopez unable to get the shutdown inning he was looking for there, as the Packers get their first runs of this game and the first runs for them in the series. And it's a 2-2 ball game here. Still nobody gone in the top of the 4th with a man on first, as Nate Mitchell, the left fielder, will hit now. Mitchell, ground out victim, his first time up, as now talk on the mound. Skipper Dan Marple is going to go out there and have a talk with Lopez. Lopez, you could almost argue he's been a little too in the zone. He's been so efficient with that first pitch fastball that these Santa Maria Packers hitters seem to have cued on that the second time through. They've just gone up there and looked for those early count fastballs, as Lopez just caught a bit too much of the plate, and they've jumped on him here. So that's just an aspect of pitching. You don't want to be so consistent that hitters can pick it up. So Lopez it's a weird criticism, but just a little too much with this first pitch fastball strikes, as Tanasia, then Garcia, now Stevens all able to grab a fastball early in the count and drive it somewhere. So man on first, nobody gone in the inning, as Nate Mitchell stands in. The first offer is the righty shows bunt, tries to drop it down, unable to do so. The runner's going to take off for second. Nobody covering the bag, and a stolen base there for Ryan Stevens. So Stevens takes the double play possibility away from the Blues infield, as that Ball change up in the dirt there. So Nate Mitchell showed bunt, tried to get it down, unable to do so, but McCarty had to block it. Runner took off. Nobody covered second base. So now a man on second. Nobody out. The 0-1 offering. A fastball swung lifted. Shallow right field giving chases Ramirez. He's not going to get there. It's going to be a bloop base hit as the runner will be held at third. Coming up with a strong throw is Ramirez. So runners at the corners. Nobody out here. Blues in a bit of trouble now. As Mitchell, there's a flare single there. Short hops the right fielder. So they have runners at the corners. Nobody gone as Levi Fain will hit. The designated hitter was hit by a pitch. He got thrown out trying to take home on a ground ball to the first baseman. Lutz with a good play that inning to throw out the would-be scorer. As now Fain steps in, the left-handed hitter. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Quick pick back over to first base. Getting back in time is Mitchell. So Ramirez, again, still shaded much toward that right center gap. It's bitten. He's twice bitten now by that. You got to think he might start shading to a more generic right field position as he's trying to take away the gap, but that line is just so vulnerable right now as that fastball misses low and away, 1-0. It might be a scouting thing that the skipper thinks his team needs to do, thinks that they need to be more worried about the gaps in the line because left field as well, a couple steps closer to the gap than the line, I would say, as opposed to a generic left fielder would be. So Blues trying to take away the alleys from these Packer hitters, but couple flips down the first baseline have netted the Packers 2 runs here. As now it's corners, nobody out. The 1-0 offering on the way here as Fain readies the pitch. A fastball is going to be flipped foul toward the beer cart down the third base line as it short hops a fan in a lawn chair, but gets his hand up just in time to fight it off. It's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count here. Fain looking to do some damage. Blues tied with the Packers at 2. Lopez trying to limit the damage if he can. He sets at the belt, the 1-1 offering on the way. Runner not going. Pitch on the way. Fastball low. Good pick by McCarty there. Able to keep it in front as he was ready for a would-be base stealer. Able to reach down and backhand that fastball in the dirt. And it's 2-1, but runners do not advance. So some good defensive play by the catcher, able to keep things as is. The Cuesta College product, Ryan McCarty, doing a good job so far for the Blues behind the plate. That one pass ball early this game, but nothing came of it, so no problems there. As now Lopez sets, McCarty gives the sign, the 2-1 offering on the way. Runner at first takes off, fastball swung, lifted into left center field gap, giving run, and not able to get there is the center fielder as fielded by Dowell, gets it in quickly, but 1 run scores, and so a double there by Levi Fain going the other way. And it's again second and third, but now it's a Santa Maria lead as the Packers take a 3-2 lead. So they've come out swinging here in the top of the fourth. It was a single by Tanasha, a double by Trevor Garcia, a single by Ryan Stevens, who then stole second. Nate Mitchell got a single, and now Levi Fain with the double here. So second and third, still nobody out. The 9-hitter Mark Rubalcaba will hit. As Rubalcaba, he singled, got all the way over to third, back in the third inning, but that was stranded. Now infield in here for the Blues. They trail by 1, second and third, still nobody gone in the inning. Lopez's first offering, a fastball low and in. Good catch there by McCarty. It's 1-0. Brendan Gomez, he's a pretty fast guy out there in center field, just unable. That ball from the left-handed hitter tailing away from him, and as he went the other way with it into the left center field gap. So a little unlucky there that ball had so much tail, especially with this wind, really kind of gets pushed by left-handed hitters. That fastball ripped back up the middle of base hit. That's going to score 1, maybe 2. Wheeling around third, the throw coming in as now getting the stop sign over at third base is Levi Fain. Fain, not the fleetest of foot base runner there, but gets over to third as Rubalcaba with the single. Runners at the corner, still nobody gone as Nate Mitchell trots home to score. So a 4-run inning for the Packers here and still nobody out. So Blues in some trouble. We'll see if they can work out of it. Double play possibility now in play with Rubalcaba over there at first base, as there's no action yet in the Blues bullpen. So this is Lopez's inning through and through. We'll see if he can work out of it. As now time is called. And coming out To the mound is skipper Dan Marple. He looks like he's going to make a move. So coming in cold, no warm-ups needed, is number 50, Kai Janowitz out of Mission High School. So Lopez, a very promising start to the day, was really pitching well, just like we said, a little too well. His fastballs were in the zone every time, and those hitters are going to key on him eventually. So they just started sitting back, waiting for that fastball to find its way over the plate, and did some damage with it. So Kai Janowitz will come in. This pitching change brought to you by Minton Insurance. Focus on building long-term relationships with our clients. And Bon Thames Creole Cafe, Central Coast, California's finest Creole restaurant since 1955. And that is true. They have the best salmon salad I've ever had, and their cornbread will melt your face. It's so good. So we're going to take a short break here as Kai warms up, and we'll be back. Blues looking to finally put a cap on this inning as the Packers have scored 4. We come back with Blues Baseball here on YouTube. So back at it here is Kai Janowitz out of Mission High School. Takes the mound here for his Blues debut, the right-hander. Sets at the belt, runners at the corners, nobody gone in the inning. It's his first fastball on the outside corner, 0-1 as he faces the leadoff man, Marcus Nix. Nix 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fielder's choice on the line so far today as Nix open stance for the right-handed hitter. 0-1, the count, pitch on the way, runners not going. Fastball swung on, tap foul at the plate, 0-2. So skipper Dan Marple turns to one of his many high schoolers on his roster, trying to get some outs here. No balls and 2 strikes. As Mario Lopez's day is done, he went 3+ innings, gives up 4 runs on 8 hits. As the 0-2 offerings, a fastball upstairs out of the zone, 1-2. So Lopez's day started off well, just not able to get anything going for him in the 4th. As Santa Maria has racked up 4 runs so far this inning, and they have men on the corners and nobody out. As Janowitz looking to keep this game close here early on and try to weather the storm. As the 1-2 offering now, he's going to take his time with this one as he took a look over at first base, saw the runner Rubalcaba dancing off the bag a little too far for his liking, so wisely steps off, gets ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch again. So now Janowitz to the plate. The fastball swung on and missed up top where mama hides the Thin Mints. So 1 gone there and another bottle of hot sauce given out by the veteran Jim Siebert. So 1 gone in the inning as Travis Welker will step to the plate here. Welker 0 for 2 as well on the day. He grounded out to third and had that line out, which was a great play by Brooks Lee back in the 3rd inning. As the first offered him is a fastball fought off, 0-1 as he just takes that one off the hands as it rolls back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike. So Blues double play gets them out of the inning here, trying to stop the bleeding. They've allowed 4, trying to hold the Packers to that and get their offense up and work on evening this game out. As Welker, the compact stance in that right-handed batter's box, sprays that fastball foul down the right field line, 0-2. Some pretty good velo here by Kai Janowitz, especially for a high school kid. He's He's bringing it in there pretty solidly, I'd say. Looks like mid-80s to me. So Janowicz looks in, gets the sign from McCarty. The 0-2 offering all the way. Fastball outside. Not close. 1-2. Easy take there for Welker. So Welker at the plate here, gets the sign from his third base coach, now steps in, gets a little closer to the plate, trying to take away that inside corner. We'll see if Janowicz can establish some inside corner street cred with that fastball. As that fastball is laced on the over to second base, caught and throw back to first. In time, a double play. Blues are out of the inning. Tremendous play there by Justice Gibbons. A line drive off the bat of Travis Welker, snared by Gibbons right at the shoe tops. And an easy throw over to Lutz at first base. So inning over, side retired, damage done, however, by the Packers as they strike for 4. It's a 4-2 game. Blues are going to look to even it up as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 4th, brought to you by Creaky Tiki. We strive to use the freshest local ingredients, serve local brews, and feature local bands. Our atmosphere is fun for all ages. That it is, Creaky. That it is. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Blues trailing by 2 when we come back. Bottom of the 4th, set to go here. Heart of the order due up for the Blues. 3, 4, and 5. Lee, Lutz, and Sands coming to the plate for the Blues here. Or excuse me. Lutz, Sands, and Dowell. 4, 5, and 6 for the Blues due up as a first pitch called strike. 0-1. Lutz watches that fastball. As that one runs a bit up and in on him there. He bends out of the way. Count runs even 1-1. So Blues looking to even this game up. They got 2 in the 3rd, but Santa Maria answered back with 4 in the top of the 4th as Schustrich is back on for his 4th inning of work. That fastball swung on and fouled straight back to the screen. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here as Lutz trying to get something going for his boys as they need to answer the bell as that fastball is ripped into right field, but drifting under and making the catch is the right fielder, Ryan Stevens. So Stevens grabs that shot by off the bat of Justin Lutz for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone. That'll bring up Conager Sands. Sands 0 for 1 on the day. A fly out to center field his first time up as the right-handed hitting third baseman stands in now facing Schustrich for the second time. Schustrich's fastball swung, hit on the ground to third, just foul. As it takes a Santa Maria Packer hop halfway down the line, kicking foul and out of play. So 0-1 to Conager. Is a good contact there. Just needs to straighten it out a little bit. As he wipes his gloves on his pants, now ready to go. Steps back in. Schustrich into the windup and throws. A curveball swung on and missed. 0-2. Good off-speed pitch there by Schustrich to keep Sands off balance there as he swings through the the breaking ball. It's 0-2 now. One gone so far in the inning. Schustrich looking for a shutdown inning of his own as that curveball freezes Sands. He knew it. Strike 3 on the pitch. So quickly 2 gone for the Blues here as Sands knew that he got beat right there. An inside curveball. And Schustrich has been working that front door curveball to these Blues hitters so far, throwing it at their shoulders and just letting it take that 2 to 8 break. If you think about a clock, if you started the ball at 2 o'clock, ends at 8 o'clock, it's just that down, but also diagonal movement on that breaking ball. Swings it just over the inside corner as the first pitch here to Brian Dowell is hit in the air to center and 1 pitch, and he is retired. So a quick inning as the Blues go down in orders. We've played 4 so far at Sinsheimer. Bottom of the 4th brought to you by Paso Robles Roll-Off Inc., specialty hauling service in Paso Robles, ideal for construction and household projects. We've played 4 so far. Blues trail 4-2, looking to keep the deficit at just 2 as we head to the top of the 5th. Kai Janowitz back on for his second inning work when we come back with Blues Baseball here on our YouTube broadcast. As we get back into the swing of things here, top of the 5th set to go as the Packers will send the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to play. Slim Lopez is going to lead it off here against Kai Janowitz. Janowitz on for his second inning of work. He had a great first inning there. Came on with runners on the corners. Gets out of it. Got a strikeout. Then got a double play on the line out. Back pick over to first. So now he faces Lopez for the first time. His offering. Lopez drops a bunt down the third baseline. Going to roll foul out of play. 0-1. So Lopez tries to catch Sands sleeping over there at third base. But ball caroms foul. 0-1 as the general 5th inning shadows begin to creep in here at the stadium as the pitcher's mound gets overtaken by shadows. So we'll see how that goes. And if that makes hitting that Schustrich curveball any more difficult for the Blues, as they've already had some problems with that off-speed pitch from the Santa Maria starter. Those shadows, having the ball go from dark to light isn't going to help anything at all, as that fastball is a called strike. 0-2. So 0-2 now. Janowitz kicks and deals. That fastball just a bit low, picked out of the dirt by McCarty. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Lopez 0 for 2 on the day here. As he stands in, Janowitz is offering a changeup, runs a bit high up and out of the zone. 2-2. So count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Janowitz winds and throws. His 2-2 offering hit on the ground, and it's going to get by Gibbons and into right field for a base hit. So leadoff man on again for the Packers as Lopez, a good piece of hitting there, takes what the pitcher gives him. Kai Janowitz goes with a fastball low and away. So Slim Lopez able to keep his hands back, drives the ball the other way on the ground, out of the reach of Justice Gibbons. So man on first, nobody gone as the cleanup man Josh Tanasha will hit. Tanasha, the single to start the 4-run 4th inning for the Packers, as the first offering him is a fastball swung tapped on the ground, and it's going to be rolling, and it's fair. Tanasha thought it was foul. He didn't run out of the box, So the throw down in time to take care of him, as that is something I've never seen before. The fastball in on the hands, breaks the bat at Tinashe, rolls right on the chalk. The Blues were letting it roll foul, but Tinashe wasn't running, so they, in retrospect, should have picked it up immediately to throw it to first with Tinashe not running. But they didn't. Sands and Janowitz didn't look up to see that, so Tinashe retired on the 1-3 putout as Slim Lopez is able to advance. So a little interesting scenario there. That's not one you practice too often, as that fastball is a called strike to the batter Trevor Garcia. So Janowitz right back to work here. Man on second, one gone in the inning, as he got the powerful Tinashe to just tap that ball down the third baseline, able to retire him without anything too major happening, as that fastball just a bit low, possibly, as McCarty thought he had a strike call there, hesitated when he threw the ball back. A little shock he didn't hear the strike call of our home plate umpire today, but 1-1 the count now is Janowitz looks in, gets the sign, likes what he sees, sets at the letters, the pitch on the way, the fastball a bit low there as it's backhanded there by McCarty. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trevor Garcia, he doubled and scored his last time up. That pop fly down the right field line. Ramirez gave a long run, just unable to get there the last time up. But the 2-1 offering from Janowitz here, looking to change that script. A fastball hit on the ground, foul down the third baseline as Sands gave it a look, thought about diving, realized it kicked foul, able to put the brakes on there. So the count goes even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stadium filled out nicely here by Blues fans, eager to see another Blues win after last night's game. As Cole Tucker was able to lead his Blues behind the offense of Ryan McCarty to a 3-0 victory last night. Hoping for a comeback win here as they trail 4-2. The Packers have tallied 9 hits so far, as that fastball swung on and tapped toward the on-deck batter. And we'll do the 2-2 again. So Packers have racked up 9 hits so far. Blues only 2, but they only trail so far 4-2. As Janowitz looking for a clean inning here, trying to give his lineup a chance to get back into this ball game. As the 2-2 offering on the way, a fastball swung on and missed. Get your jackets out. I feel a little bit of a breeze here on a cool Central Coast night as Trevor Garcia swings through the changeup on the outside corner. And now 2 away here, man on second, as Ryan Stevens hits. Our hot sauce man in attendance. For those who haven't been to a game, there is one guy that comes to every game, and whenever it's a 2-strike count, just screams hot sauce at the top of his lungs. It's what baseball's about, really, as that fastball is a called strike, 0-1. But we give out hot sauce after every strikeout. That man is more than happy to get some hot sauce, as it's 0-1 now as Janowitz kicks and deals, is offering a fastball hit on the ground to short, backhanded by Leith. A strong throw from his back foot, picked but not in time, as Lutz with a great stretch over there at first base. A nice pick as well in the short hop. Great play all around, just a little too much speed out of the box as Stevens is able to beat it out for an infield single. And that gives the Packers runners on the corners and 2 away. That's just a great all-around play. They're hustling out of the box hard with Stevens. Brooks Lee goes to the backhand, deep in the hole, pivots on the back foot. Nice strong throw. Lutz a great stretch over there at first base, using that big frame of his. Able to pick the ball in the short hop just about a half step late. As now Nate Mitchell, the left fielder, will hit. The first offering to him's a fastball, a bit upstairs, 1-0. Mitchell grounded out to third in the second inning for his first time up. Then he singled and came around to score back in the fourth. As Janowitz looks in, gets the sign now set at the chest. The 1-0 offering checks the runner to the plate. Fastball swung on, tap foul. As the ball is dead, as it bounces up and catches Mitchell in the shin after it hits the ground, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count here. As the shadows continue to creep in, starting to engulf third base now as the wind has died down significantly. However, as that fastball hit on the ground in second, easy play for Gibbons, trots in, makes the play, throws on the first in time by just a half a step. Wanted to make it close, trying to give everybody a heart attack. But inning over, side retire. No runs, 1 hit. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. As the Blues are able to answer the 0 of the Packers with a 0 of their own, we will head to the bottom of the 5th. That great defense brought to you by YMCA. They seek to develop the total person, spirit, mind, and body through value-based programs that build strong kids, strong families, and most importantly, strong communities as well. As we'll head to the bottom of the 5th, Jake Schustrich out for his 5th inning of work. When we come back, Blues trying to knot it up as they trail 4-2 through 4.5. All right, bottom of the 5th set to go here. Blues are going to send 7, 8, 9 batters in their order to the plate as the designated hitter Dylan Beavers will come to the plate. He's a strikeout victim of Schustrich's his first time up. Schustrich, a tall right-hander, back on the mound for his his 5th inning of work. As that fastball swung on and missed there, 0-1 as he beats Beavers to the low inside part of the plate. So Beavers, Gomez, McCarty due up for the Blues here as they trail 4-2 in the run column. They trail 10-2 in the hit column so far. But looking to change all that right here as that fastball misses a bit high. Beavers trying to be a leadoff man for his boys right here. Try to get on, try to start something. So we're halfway through this ball game. So that all the scoring was done for one half inning by either team. Blues got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Packers responded with 4 of their own in the top of the 4th. As that fastball misses inside, 3-1. So Schustrich grabbed that first pitch fastball for a strikeout and 3 straight balls after that. Gives Beavers the driver's seat here, 3-1. A reminder that we've switched over to YouTube, trying to give our fans a broadcast without the random ads of Ustream, and hopefully you're not getting kicked off like our listeners were last year. As that fastball swung on and missed, and count runs full 3-2. So if you like our broadcast, feel free to subscribe, get all your updates about when our games are and when the broadcast goes live, as that fastball gets ripped foul down the first base line, and we'll do the 3-2 again. And feel free to hit the like button. Let us know that we're doing a good job, or the dislike button if you feel so inclined. You're free Americans. You can do whatever you wish. As the full count offering on the way, fastball fouled back to the screen again. So Beavers a good fight here as it counts full 3-2. But we're trying to do YouTube here. It gives you guys a much better picture than Ustream on our camera, even though it is backwards, which we're going to look into why that's a thing. But until that time, as that fastball is a called strike 3 on the inside corners. Beavers thought it was a little low. Umpire says otherwise. So Beavers gone looking here for his second strikeout of the game, as Brendan Gomez will come to the plate now. Gomez out of Hancock College. He singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 1 on the day. Looking to get something going for the Blues here, as the first offering to him is a fastball that's going to stay a bit high there, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here, as the Blues got both their hits back in that 3rd inning when they scored 2 runs. So see if Gomez can get things started again, as that fastball is going to miss off the plate away, and quickly 2-0. So Schustrich having some trouble here with Gomez. In both at bats so far, he's fallen behind the right-handed hitter, as the 2-0 offerings a fastball swung lifted in the air to left, but playable, as the left fielder floats under it and makes the catch. Nate Mitchell grabs that one, hauls it in. So 2 gone here in the inning. And with that fly out, Ryan McCarty will come to the plate here. So McCarty trying to create some 2-out magic. Got the leadoff man, Justice Gibbons, in the on-deck circle. If he can keep the inning alive here. As McCarty stands in now, the first offering from Schustrich on the way. A fastball right down the alley for a strike, 0-1. Snowballs and 1 strike the count here. McCarty struck out looking his first time up against Schustrich. Watches that slider break off the plate away. 1 ball and 1 strike. As the sun begins to dim here, the hill still illuminated in sunlight. The stands and seats have begun to dip into the shadows as that ball misses on the outside corner. 2-1 the count here. So Ryan hitting from the right side, waves the bat above his head, now pulls it down, ready to go. Fastball is going to miss upstairs, 3-1. So another hitter's count here. We'll see if McCarty can take advantage of this, as the Blues have had a couple hitters' counts that they've just been unable to cash in on, as they've had a lot of pop-outs this game so far, getting underneath the ball as that fastball is chopped foul at the plate. The count runs full, 3-2. So Blues seem to be maybe, as a team, trying to do too much with one swing, dipping the back shoulder, trying to lift and separate. Need to think about just getting the next man up, line drives. Start a rally here if they can, as they just have been trying to push the ball through this wind, which has just clearly been shown is not going to happen. As McCarty works a 2-out walk here, and the Blues have a man aboard as that fastball is not close. So McCarty walks, and that brings the top of the order of Justice Gibbons to the plate. Gibbons popped out to third his first time up. He walked and later scored back in the third off the 2 RBI double by Josh Ramirez. As Jim is somehow tickling my neck, sitting 18 feet away from me. This is weird. Jim, you're a man of many talents. As the first pitch to Gibbons is swung on, hit on the ground to third, knocked down, picked up and throws. The throw is going to be high, pulling the first baseman off the bag, and Gibbons is safe. So Gibbons busting it down the line as the throw pulls Tanasha off the bag. The throw was quite high, so an E5 there, as even the big 6-foot-plus framed Tanasha couldn't pull that ball home. And just like that, the Blues have men on first and second and 2 away. And now Josh Ramirez will hit again. So familiar spot here for Ramirez, as now the pitching coach for the Packers is going to call time and come out to have a talk with his pitcher. As this break in the action brought to you by Rick Engineering. The strength of our company is based upon a large, comprehensively trained staff capable of producing superior, complex work product in a timely fashion. Rick Engineering off Tank Farm Road. So like we were saying with our viewership, with us switching to YouTube, you can message our social media person, Mason. Let us know how you think YouTube's working for us, especially if you listened last year and had to listen to us on Ustream. Let us know which one you think was better. We're trying to figure out what we want to do for the season, work out the bugs early. We struggled with our Wi-Fi connection yesterday. We apologize. Today it seems to be working better, so let us know if YouTube's the way for us to go. As we're going to get back to the action here, first and second, 2 gone in the inning as Josh Ramirez steps to the plate. Ramirez 1 for 2, the 2 RBI double came off his bat early as he watches the first pitch fastball. He's mad at himself that he took that one as he quickly jumps up out of the box, angry with himself watching that fastball. So 0-1 the count here as Ramirez looking to keep this inning alive. Pitch on the way, fastball bit low, 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramirez looking to get things going for the Blues, trying to even this game up. The Blues trail 4-2 so far. We've played 4.5 here. We're in the bottom of the 5th as the fastball swung, hit on the ground to third. Knocked down by the third baseman. He's going to take it to the bag himself. So inning over, side retired. Blues unable to capitalize on the 2-out base runners there as the third baseman able to make that final out there. So a good AB by Ramirez. Good, solid contact just right at a Santa Maria infielder. So we've played 5 so far here at Sinsheimer. Blues trail 4-2. The 5th inning brought to you by Wallace Group. Wallace Group, they're a reflection of the community that they serve. Their neighbors, family members, active volunteers, professionals, and leaders in our business and personal communities. As we'll take a break here, we played 5 so far at Sinsheimer. Blues trail 4-2. When we come back, looking to keep the deficit the same. All right, as we are set to get back to it here, Kai Janowitz back on the mound for his third inning of work as he looks to keep the deficit at just 2 runs here as we start the top of the 6th. He's coming to the plate, Levi Fain here. We'll get things started. First pitch to him, a strike, 0-1. So it'll be Fain, Rubalcaba, and Nix. The hitters set to face Janowitz. As Janowitz winds and throws a fastball just a bit low. Good pitch, call the ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. So the 1-1 offering on the way here. Fastball fouled off out of play. Count runs 1-2. So Janowitz working quickly here and working well as he's ahead of the count to the designated hitter 1-2. As now the righty Janowitz sets to give the 1-2 offering, and here it is, a fastball that runs well off the plate away. Good athletic play there by Macari to snare it. And the count's even at 2-2. As Fain was hit by a pitch his first time up, reached base in the 4th as well. So he's been on base both times. As he swings, pops this one up. Shallow center field, ball twisting in the wind, coming on and making the catch is the center fielder for the Blues, Brendan Gomez. So that ball, it was a testament to how crazy this wind is when it gets really up there. It was a high fly ball. It started about right center field, ended up straight behind second base. So it really took a hard left turn as it got up in that swirling wind. So with one gone, the 9-hitter and catcher Mark Rubalcaba will hit. Rubalcaba, the lefty, watches a first pitch off the plate, 1-0. Rubalcaba has singled both times so far today, but been stranded on base both times as well, as that fastball is a bit high, 2-0. This is the first batter that Janowitz has faced that has been able to work a count to 2-0. As Janowitz kicks and deals that big leg kick by the high schooler, and he finds a fastball for a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. As Janowitz now sets at the belt, rocks and throws his offering on the way. The 2-1 pitch hit on the ground to short. Brooks Lee has it. Quick throw on to first in time to get Rubalcaba. Nice play there by the Cal Poly shortstop, and there are 2 gone in the inning, as that'll send it back to the top of the order for Marcus Nix. The 6-3 put out there. Good work by the shortstop, Lee. Nice quick hands, as there's going to be a pinch hitter here. Stepping to the plate, number 31, Devin Villalobos. So Villalobos will hit here. Villalobos, a big lefty, hitting for Marcus Nix. Watches a fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Blues trailing here 4-2 so far. Looking to keep the deficit at that as that fastball misses low and away, 1-1. Janowitz looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. See if he can get it, as he's got to work through the pinch hitter, Villalobos. As Villalobos watches a strike there, count runs even. Count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count here. Pitch on the way, a fastball swung on and missed. Get your jackets out. It's getting a little chilly here as the breeze picks up, as Villalobos' bat goes right through the fastball of Janowitz. So 1-2-3 inning for the Blues as they put the Packers down in order. A strikeout for Janowitz, as we will head to the bottom of the 5th. That strikeout brought to you by Math TV. We produce quality materials for mathematics instruction, including textbooks, both print and electronic videos, online homework, and worksheets. As we will go to the bottom of the 6th, Blues trail 4-2 when we come back, looking to tie this game up here at Sinsheimer. All right, back and ready for action here. Bottom of the sixth set to get underway. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for the Blues as Brooks Lee will lead it off. A new pitcher on for the Packers. It's going to be number 29, Daxton Miller. So Miller relieving Jake Schustrich as Schustrich tossed 5 complete innings, allowing only 2 runs, walking just 1 Blues batter, and allowing 2 hits. So a solid line for the starter Schustrich. Blues are happy to see him leave as the side-arming righty Daxton Miller misses outside here to Brooks Lee, 1-0. So Lee with Lutz on deck, Sands to follow after him as the Blues look to dig into the Santa Maria bullpen as that fastball lifted foul down the third baseline, going toward the fence and reaching up, and it just gets out of play as the third baseman gives chase, but Trevor Garcia unable to have enough real estate there as that ball just tails into the Santa Maria bullpen. So Lee has a second life. So 1-2 the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2. 1-2 the count now as Lee awaits the pitch from Miller. A fastball well out of the zone as it clambers to the backstop. As the count runs even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here as Lee looking to get the leadoff man on as he watches that fastball outside. A good take by Brooks, and the count's full 3-2. So Brooks 0 for on the day so far, 0 for 2. But a couple nice defensive plays at shortstop. Now looking to get on, and he will on a walk as he watches that fastball fall low out of the zone. So a leadoff walk here by the reliever Miller. And the Blues are going to try to get it going here. They couldn't get much off Schustrich after the 2-run double. We'll see if it's a different story with the bullpen as immediately Daxton Miller is going to be tested here as he's got the cleanup man Lutz coming to the plate. Side-arming righty, always fun to hit. If you're a left-handed hitter, you can really see that ball coming in. So not too much deception, even though it is a funky delivery, as Lutz will be able to pick the ball up coming all the way in from that right-handed arm slot as that fastball misses low and away, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Infield has been engulfed in shadows, just a little part of the shortstop area. Still is getting some sun as Lutz swings and fouls that back to the screen, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike as the Jackets have come out here. When that sun disappears, it can get a little cold here. As the 1-1 offering, a changeup swung on and missed by Lutz. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count now as Lutz digs in, holds the bat above his shoulders. Brooks leads from first. The runner not going. Fastball off the corner away. The count's even, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now is the Pepperdine University product trying to keep this thing going as that fastball is lifted to center field, right at the center field, and making the catch is Devin Villalobos as he reins that one in for the first out of the inning. So another good piece of contact by a Blues hitter just goes unrewarded. And with 1 gone, Conager Sands will hit. Conager, a fly out to center and a strikeout his last time up. So he, like everyone else, happy that Schustrich is gone as that fastball is going to miss a bit inside as it goes underneath the hands of Sands, 1-0. But we'll see if the Blues decide to run Brooks. He's got some speed over there at first base. We'll see if they try it. Not going to run here as that fastball finds its home on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here as Brian Dowell comes out in the on-deck circle, ready for his next at-bat, hoping he has 2 men on as that ball gets away from the catcher, Rubalcaba, as he gets to the backstop. Brooks takes a wide turn around second base, but it'll hold there. So a wild pitch there as the fastball from Daxton Miller just couldn't be hauled in by that catcher. Rubalcaba wasn't exactly too far out of his reach, but unable to pull it in. So it's a 2-1 count now with a man on scoring position for the Blues. That fastball is ripped into left field, but right at the left fielder as Brooks Lee needs to get back. The throw coming from left is going to be in time to double him off. And the Blues, the victims of some poor base running there as Lee thought it was down. That ball came screaming off the bat of Conager Sands, but right at the left fielder. That is the definition of an atom ball there. Just a shot. Left fielder didn't even need to move as it went right at his chest. He catches it, quickly relayed it back in to double off Brooks, who is 3/4 of the way to third. So the Blues threaten, but they do not score as the 7-4 double play put out ends the Blues threat. We've played 6 innings so far here at Sinsheimer. Blues trail 4-2, looking for some more good pitching out of the high schooler Kai Janowitz when we come back to Sinsheimer here on YouTube broadcast of Blues Baseball. Back to the action here. Top of the 7th, first pitch from Janowitz to the batter, Travis Welker, as Welker tries to drop a bunt down, but it goes foul. So 0-1 as Janowitz jumps ahead of another hitter here. Janowitz back out for what's going to be his 4th inning of work. Came on in relief in the 3rd inning, able to get out of a corners nobody out jam as he misses high there, 1-1. He has worked scoreless baseball through the 5th and 6th inning, allowing just 2 hits in those innings. That fastball hit on the ground to third. Easy play for Sands. He fields it, straightens up, and throws a little to the left of the bag, but good footwork there by Lutz, able to switch his feet and lean to the foul territory side of the first base bag and make the catch. So 1 gone in the inning as Welker's retired on the 5-3 putout. So coming to the plate is Ryan Clayton. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short as Brooks has it, throws in time over to Lutz at first base. So a 6-3 put out there, and there's quickly 2 gone. So Janowitz working well as that'll bring number 19, Ryan Clayton, to the plate. Excuse me. He's hitting now as Slim Lopez was retired on the 6-3 putout. So now Clayton will hit for Josh Tanasha, the first baseman. First pitch called, strike on the outside corner. 0-1. So Janowitz trying to have a 1-2-3 inning if he can here. He's well on his way as he jumps ahead 0-2. Here to the pinch hitter, Ryan Clayton. Clayton was in the lineup in last night's game, hitting here now as that fastball misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count now. Blues trail 4-2 as we're here in the top of the 7th. No one is dared to leave as they know their Blues are prone to comebacks. We had some really exciting comeback wins with last year's ball club, including a 4-run 9th inning win over the Santa Barbara Foresters, which was capped off by a game-winning hit by pitch by Hawaii University's own Adam Fogel. As that was an exciting comeback win for the Blues, looking to do something like that again here as Janowicz misses low and the count runs full 3-2. And now the full count offering 2 gone in the inning as Janowicz kicks and deals. The wind and the throw. The fastball just sprayed foul as it got in on the hands there of Clayton. He just stays alive, 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. The count now as Janowicz settles himself on the mound, moves the dirt, finds his footing, now ready to go as McCarty gives the sign, sets up on the inside corner, pitch on the way. Fastball going to miss a bit low and away there as that one just kind of got stuck in his hand. So a 2-out walk worked by Clayton as he was down 0-2, able to have a solid at-bat. However, spoiled a couple good pitches. Finds his way on to first base as pinch hitting for the Santa Maria Packers is number 5, Hunter Bendel. Hunter Bendel came on in relief in last night's game, coming on as a pinch hitter here tonight. So Bendel will face Janowicz as Janowitz's first offering. A fastball just a bit off the plate away, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. In between innings here, we had our tennis ball toss, and one lucky fan made their tennis ball, threw it from the stands into the bucket behind home plate, and one season ticket as that ball's popped up behind home plate. Coming on and making the catch is McCarty. Inning over, side retired, a walk, but nothing more as McCarty hauls in that pop fly as we will head for the 7th inning stretch here at Sinsheimer. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Sports Clips. Quality haircuts for men from stylists who specialize in hair care for men and boys and who stay up to date on hairstyle trends. As we'll come back with the bottom of the 7th, Blues looking for 2 as they trail 4-2 here at Sinsheimer. All right, as we're back at it here, and rousing rendition by all the kids here from Take Me Out to the Ball Game for our 7th inning stretch, and Blues looking to get some runs here as the Hancock College outfielder Brian Dow will step to the plate here. 6, 7, 8 hitters in the order due up for the Blues as the first offering from the side-winding righties hit on the ground to third. Play by Garcia. The long throw across the diamond is just in time as Dow gunned down by half a step. Close play. Fans don't like it. It was narrow, but indeed Dow just a bit late getting to the first base bag as the throw beats him, and there's 1 gone. No. So 1 gone now as Dylan Beavers will hit. Designated hitter watches that fastball miss low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Beavers, a couple of strikeouts tonight. One looking 1 swing, so looking to break that cycle as he watches a fastball on the inside corner, 1-1. As Beavers stands in, the lefty facing the righty. Miller, the pitch on the way, fastball lifted, foul. Up out of play off the marketing tent down the right field line, 1-2. the 1-2 offering on the way here from Miller. A changeup that runs high, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Number 36, Brendan Gomez, waits in the on-deck circle. As the 2-2 offering on the way, a fastball hit on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly and on to first in time to retire Beavers. So the 4-3 putout is the second out of the inning as Brendan Gomez will hit. As Travis Welker, the second baseman, had a little trouble with that ball, but able to find the grip and make the throw. So with 2 gone now, Gomez has a chance to hit here. Gomez singled and scored back in the third. He flew out to left his last time up as he watches a fastball snap in with some 2-seam action on it for a strike, 0-1. So Miller working that sidewinder deception. Gets a lot of 2-seam on that fastball as he misses a bit high there, 1-1. As the 1-1 offering way inside there, moving out of the way of it is Brendan Gomez as that fastball tails in toward his back foot. 2-1 the count here as McCarty waits on deck. McCarty, a strikeout and a walk to his credit so far tonight. Blues looking to get something going here as that fastball hit on the ground, and there's a base hit, and that just might do it. As we'll see if they can start a 2-out rally from the bottom of the order as Brendan Gomez aboard with his second hit of the night. As Gomez is responsible for 2 of the 3 hits for the Blues so far this evening. As he singles there, bringing up McCarty. Ryan McCarty out of Cuesta College, representing Santa Ynez. As he steps to the plate here, Justice Gibbons now comes out of the on-deck circle. So Blues trying to turn the lineup over here with the 9-hitter McCarty at the plate. See if he can make that happen. It's a first pitch fastball right there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count here. As a quick pick back is Gomez is able to get back in time, 1-1 the count. As I believe our social media expert Mason was able to get a video of the tennis ball that went in the bucket for the season tickets. Always cool when someone makes it a second, especially making it the second game of the season. See, that's an economical make. You make it early, and then you get season tickets for the whole season. That's well done. That fan planned it well. They clearly practiced, and we're ready to go. Count even at 1-1 as Daxton Miller kicks and deals a pop-up shallow right field, going out and making the catch is the second baseman, Travis Welker. So inning over, side retired Blues able to get a man on with a single, but nothing more. As we will head to the top of the 8th, the bottom of the 7th, brought to you by Simply Clear Marketing Solutions. Simply Clear Marketing and Media is a multifaceted marketing and media company dedicated to connecting, educating, and supporting community members and their business leaders throughout both San Luis Obispo and Monterey counties. So we've played 7 so far. Blues trail by 2. Looking to make that different here as we head to the last 2 innings. Janowitz will be back out for the top of the 8th when we come back. As we get set here with the top of the 8th inning. Coming to the plate is number 7, Weston Hamill. So Weston Hamill here hitting for Ryan Stevens. As we get things going here, Janowitz back out for what will be his 5th inning of work. He's been pitching very well, has the high schooler out of Mission High School, as he kicks and deals his first offering on the way here. A fastball just a bit low, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here, as Janowicz looking to keep the deficit at just 2, as that fastball misses low and away, 2-0. A little action in the Blues bullpen. Looks like someone in a jacket just stretching, getting loose just in case, working the bands. And as the 2-0 offering from Janowicz on the way, a fastball late swing and a miss there as Janowicz throws that one right by Hamill. Gets back in the count, 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike here as Janowicz blows another fastball by him, 2-2. Looks like he might have found what he was looking for there, just rears back and letting it fly as he gets a couple late swing throughs there. The 2-2 offering on the way. Swung and hit down the third baseline there. Good changeup from Janowicz, gets Hamill out in front. And it's quickly 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Packers middle of the order, 6, 7, and 8 due up this inning. As the 2-2 offering on the way, a fastball hit back up the middle. Gibbons coming on. He's got it. Throw on the run. It pulls Lutz off the bag, and it's going to go all the way to the back stop behind the first base there as it clambers up against the fence. Good job by McCarty to back up the throw just in case, as it limits the damage to just 1 base error. So an error there by Gibbons as he had it. Seemed like he had time, but maybe thought he had less as he tried to make a throw on the run and just yanked it to the left of the outstretched arms of the first baseman, Justin Lutz. So a man aboard here on the throwing error. As with a called strike here to Nate Mitchell. So Janowicz looking for a double play here. Infield double play depth. Corners in, middle back. Sands even with the bag at third. Lutz holding the runner on over at first as Hamill takes a decent lead from first. We'll see if he tries anything. Janowicz to the plate. The runner goes. It's a high fastball, called ball. The throw, the tag, and they got him. Ryan McCarty cuts down the runner as Brooks Lee with a great tag there. Coming across the bag, slaps the tag on him while running. As Weston Hamill gunned down by McCarty. There's a ball on the pitch. There's a fastball for a called strike, 2-1. Or excuse me, 1-2. So 1-2 the count now. 1 gone in the inning. Great tag there by Brooks as he caught it. He just caught the runner right on the backside. As there's a strike 3 up top where Mama hides the Thin Mints. Janowicz takes him up the ladder there with a high fastball. And Nate Mitchell obliges as he goes offering at it. And there are quickly 2 gone in the inning here. So a caught stealing and a strikeout brings Levi Fain to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. So Blues looking to get something going here, trying to have their defense spur their offense. As the first offering on the way, fastball low and away, 1-0. As Janowicz climbs the mound here after getting the ball back, rubs it up a little bit, now ready to go. His 1-0 offering on the way to the left-handed hitter, Fain, a bit up and away, 2-0. Fain's had himself a pretty decent day, hit by a pitch. He later had a 2 RBI double back in the 4th, and he grounded out to second his last time up. Excuse me, flew out to center his last time up. As that fastball catches the outside corner there for a strike. 2-1. My statistician looking at me like I'm insane. I just looked at Nate Mitchell's line just right next to him. But I was quickly corrected by Coleman as he's doing his job. He's a sharp. He's from Florida, but he's a sharp guy. As that fastball misses outside there, 3-1. As Fain steps out, stretches a little bit, now steps back in, ready to go, wearing the Evo Shield guard on his right ankle. The 3-1 offering on the way here. Swung on and missed as Janowicz throws a fastball by him again, and the count runs full, 3-2. It's a cold night, but the people want their hot sauce. Will Jim Siebert be able to give it to them? The 3-2 pitch on the way. A fastball outside, ball 4. So they will have to wait for another hot sauce give out indeed, as Levi Fain able to work a walk here with 2 gone. As that brings up to the plate the catcher, number 20, Mark Rubalcaba. Rubalcaba Coming to the plate here, he's got a couple hits to his name and a ground out to short. So he's had a solid day at the plate here, as there's going to be a pinch runner coming in to run for Fane at first base. Is going to be number 1, Elijah Diggins. Diggins was the second baseman in last night's contest, as he will come in here to run for Levi, as Fane's day looks to be done, the designated hitter, so no defensive changes will come as a product of this as well. So now we're ready to go here, as the first offering out of the stretch from Janowitz is a fastball bit up and away to Rubalcaba 1-0. So Blues looking to get out of this inning, don't want to give up anything more than they already have in this game, as they trail by 2, as McCarty has the same idea. So he's going to go out and have a quick talk with his pitcher here just to make sure that they are on the same page, as the Blues will send up McCarty, Gibbons, and Ramirez in the bottom of this inning. So this is an important out to get right here. The 9-hitter for the Packers, you don't want to have to kick it back to the top of the lineup if you don't have to, especially since there would be 2 runners on base. You'd rather those guys come up with nobody on, make them work for it. As that fastball swung on and missed there, 1-1. So a big spot in this game here. Blues trying to hold it by 2, as Janowitz has been working well. He's into his 5th inning of work here, trying to cap this inning off, as that 2-seamer evades the bat of Rubalcaba. It's quickly 1-2, so some good pitches here as the high schooler trying to grit his way through it right now, as he has worked tremendously on the mound tonight, keeping the deficit at only 2, which is what he inherited, as that fastball misses up and away, and the count will run even at 2-2, as the people are clamoring for their hot sauce. They want it. They need it. The ribline sandwiches are much better with it, but will they get it? That's the question. It's the 2-2 offering on the way. Fastball bit up and away. The count runs full 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The wind has nicely died down here as it's become a more stable environment. Flag not fluttering nearly as hard, as Janowitz takes his time, rubs up the baseball. Now gets a look in for his sign. McCarty relays it. Lutz not holding the man on over at first. Plays behind the runner. Goes fastball. Swung on and missed. Get your jackets out. I feel a breeze, as Rubalcaba goes down, swinging another strikeout for the high school kid, as we will go to the bottom of the 8th. That strikeout brought to you by Sunset Honda, your new and used Honda car dealership in San Luis Obispo, and Dimes Media. So we have played 7.5 here. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Blues looking for 2. There will be a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be Isaac Baez when we come back. Blues looking for 2 runs to tie this game up. We'll see if they can get it when we return to baseball here at Sinsheimer. All right, so coming to the plate now, Blues are going to send a pinch hitter to the plate, Zach Garcia. Zach Garcia, an infielder from Cal Poly. I apologize. Ryan McCarty was the last out of lasting. So we're at the top of the order here. So Gibbons being pinch hit for by Garcia, as Garcia is going to look to get something going as he watches a fastball outside. 1-0. The new pitcher on is the right-hander Isaac Baez. So Baez against Garcia. Garcia swings and fouls that one back toward the kid zone. 1-1. As a fun anecdote, I ran into Zach Garcia before the Blues season started. Met him at Dick's Sporting Goods as he was picking out wood bats. I was picking up my scorebook for the season. Seems like a really nice kid. He's super excited to be playing for the Blues. I'm excited to see him do well, see if he can get something going here as he swings and fouls that ball at the plate. 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes as Josh Ramirez waits on deck. So top of the order here, looking to get it going for the Blues. This is why you got these guys up there, trying to get some hits, drive in some runs. Blues need 2. They got 6 outs to do it as the 1-2 offerings. A slider in the dirt, well out of the zone. 2-2, easy take there by Garcia as that one clambers to the backstop. So 2-2 the count here. As Garcia taps the plate a couple times, the tall righty ready to go, swings and flips this one foul down the right field line as kids go clambering after it. A nice play by one of the youngsters out there, jumping on the ball early. So 1-2 the count here. Excuse me, 2-2 the count here as Garcia stands in. Pitch on the way from Baez. Low, picked out of the dirt there by Rubalcaba, and the count's going to run full 3-2. So Blues trying to get a leadoff man on. They'll take one any way they can get it. Walk, hit by pitch, error, single, whatever you got. The 3-2 on the way. A fastball, and it's going to be a walk as it's low in the dirt. Blues get their leadoff man on here, see if they can start something. It's been a while since they've been able to get the leadoff guy aboard. So now Josh Ramirez will step to the plate here. Ramirez responsible for the 2 runs in this game. Back in the third, the booming double over the center fielder's head is the outfield now respecting the power of the Cal State Dominguez Hills product as they all take a couple steps back. Center field playing pretty deep, as is left, right, pretty far back as well. As that fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. A big hack there by Ramirez trying to tie this game up on one swing of the bat. It gets tough to hit the ball out of here when it gets cold like this, as the ball kind of dies. As that fastball swung and lifted in the air, and it's going to get to the gap, and it's going to roll to the wall, and we are going to have some running. As Ramirez is around first, headed for second, he's going to get in there. The stand-up double getting waved around and headed for home is Garcia. The throw to the place high. Now Ramirez is caught as a throw back to second's not in time. The ball rolls out into shallow center field as Ramirez gets back to second base safely. So Ramirez almost hangs himself out to dry there, taking too big of a turn around second. Able to get back, though, as Garcia comes around to score. And the Blues have cut it in half. So Ramirez with his second double of the game. And just like that, the Blues trail by 1. The tying run in scoring position at second base, as Ramirez goes to right field with that one. As now Brooks Lee will hit with a man on second and nobody gone in the inning. As Blues trying to make it happen. They weren't able to really get anything going against Schustrich or Miller, but it looks like Baez might be their guy. We'll see if they can tag him for a couple more here as Lee stands in, the lefty facing the right-handed Baez. The first pitch on the way from Ramirez. A fastball. First pitch on the way from Baez. Fastball bit up and away, 1-0. As now we're going to get a pinch runner here as Ramirez is going to come off the bases, replaced by number 43, Tanner Thompson. So Tanner Thompson's going to go out to run for his outfield counterpart Ramirez over at second base as Thompson gets his lead, standing in the left-handed hitter Brooks Lee. The pitch on the way from Baez, a fastball on the corner for a called strike. Going to even this count back up at 1-1. If you could see that cloud of smoke, those are our new CO2 cannons that we have. The button is located just to my right, and it is so tempting. As a pickoff play back to second, but diving back in is Thompson. A good play there as a shortstop broke for second base. The Pitcher wheeled around glove side, made a strong throw, but Thompson able to scamper back. So now his jersey's nice and dirty, showing he produced something in this ball game. As that fastball swung lifted, foul out of play on the left field line. It's going to be 1-2. Thompson, good heads up play to get back there. Do not want to get picked off as a pinch runner, especially when you're in scoring position down 1. That is not a fun walk back to the dugout. Luckily, he hopefully won't have to make it as Lee settles back in the box here, ready to go. Baez shakes a couple times now, has the pitch he wants, sets at the letters, the pitch on the way. A fastball low in the dirt, good block by Rubalcaba, sliding to his right to keep the spiked fastball in front of him. That runs the count even at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count as Rubalcaba goes out to the mound, have a quick talk with Baez. And coming into the booth right now is our very own Quentin. Quentin is here. He's one of our new directors, one of the few vets we have back as a Blues intern, as he's overseeing most of our day-to-day operations as he looks out over his product of entertainment here today. As Brooks Lee, now the mound visit's done, but umpire calls time as now we're good to go here. He now settles back in behind Rubalcaba. So Lee steps in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count, and Blues got 1 here on a walk by Garcia, and then the double by Ramirez brought him all the way home to score. As Thompson, now the pinch runner at second base, takes his lead. Shortstop right behind him, trying to keep him close. Baez gives a look, comes to the plate, fastball fouled off back to the screen as Lee was right on that one. The count's even at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count here. My statistician Cole and I are just dying to hit this button for those CO2 cannons again. It's blue and it's glowing and it's so tempting. But we have to wait for the Blues to score. So hopefully something happens as a pickoff play is attempted, but Baez just steps off as the shortstop for the Packers. Slim Lopez trying to keep Tanner Thompson close here. The pitch on the way from Baez swung on, fouled straight back to the screen as that one got in on the hands of Lee. Does a good job just to fight it off. Count holds at 2-2. So a bit of a battle here going from Brooks. That's what the Blues need. Want to make Baez use some pitches. There's no action right now in the Santa Maria bullpen. So Baez is their guy for this inning. We'll see if Brooks can win this battle as the 2-2 offering. A fastball off the plate. Now a pickoff by the catcher as he throws it down to second, but scampering back is Thompson. And he's back easily as the throw goes kind of wide left as Lopez has to bail from the bag to make the catch. So count full here, 3-2. Brooks Lee, regardless of what happens here, has had a tremendous battle. He's used pitches. He's given Lutz and the on-deck show a great look as there's a line drive snare by the second baseman and a double play as Thompson gets caught off bag as he froze on the line drive. And as my coach has yelled at me for so many years when I played, you got to be back on line drives, especially on the infield, as that's a quick double play, and that is a rally killer right there. As that wipes the slate clean here, as Lee, a well-struck ball, just another atom ball by the Blues. That's their 3rd line drive that's just been right at someone today. As the first pitch here to Lutz is a fastball off the plate, 1-0. So that hurts a little bit. So the runner at second doubled off. The pitch here to Lutz, a fastball. This is going to be a bit high, up around the letters, 2-0. So Lutz going to need to try to strike a 2-out rally here. As Baez kicks and deals, his 2-0 offering is a fastball just off the corner, but a called strike. Look, umpire took his time to call that one there. Looked like he wasn't going to say anything, then decided against it. So the 2-1 count, and Baez brings a ball here low in the zone, 3-1. So 2 gone in the inning, 3 balls and 1 strike. If Lutz can reach Conager, Sands will hit. Sands produced one of those out-on balls, a line drive to the left fielder that was right at him that ended up doubling off Brooks Lee back in the 6th as that fastball swung through by Lutz, and the count's full 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Baez to the plate. That fastball hit on the ground. Hard shot. Shortstop's got it. Throw on to first in time to get Lutz. So the Blues get 1. They were poised for more, but some base running errors plagued them again as that's the 2nd inning that a runner's been doubled off from second base on a line drive. So we've played 8 innings here. It's a 4-3 ball game as we head to the 9th. The bottom of the 8th brought to you by Coastal Roll-Off. Since 1960, Coastal Roll-Off has served homeowners, business, and contractors with safe, timely, and cost-effective temporary and permanent roll-off service in San Luis Obispo. So we'll come back with the top of the 9th. We've played 8 so far. Blues trail by 1 here at Sinsheimer Stadium. All right, as we're set here, top of the 9th, set to go. New pitcher on for the Blues is going to be number 46, Will Dowell. Will steps to the mound here. He's twin brothers with Brian Dowell, who's currently playing right field for the Blues. So this is a cool brotherly connection they got on the team here. As the first offering from Will is a fastball low for a ball 1-0. Dowell facing the top of the order here as Devin Villalobos steps to the plate, the left-handed hitter. He pinch hit and struck out his last time up as he swings through a fastball there, 1-1. Will Dowell stands at an imposing 6'6" on the mound. He uses that height, gets a lot of whip and some downward tilt on those pitches. And it makes it difficult on the hitter to get on the same hitting plane as that ball coming in at such a steep angle. As now coming out is Ryan McCarty, as they're going to have a couple words here, trying to figure out what they want to do against Villalobos as Travis Welker waits in the on-deck circle. Welker 0 for 4 on the day, so they've been able to hold him in check. As the Blues trail 4-3 so far, as we've played 8 innings here at Sinsheimer, as the Packers are trying to even this series up at a game apiece. Blues trying to take the 2-0 series lead as that fastball misses a bit low there, 2-1. Top of the order, Villalobos, Welker, and Lopez due up for the Packers. Blues trying to keep the deficit at just 1, get back in, and give the team the first walk-off of the season. Yeah. Left-hander Villalobos watches another pitch in the dirt there. 3-1 the count as Will Dowell works the over-the-head windup. A fastball swung and lined over the head of shortstop Brooks Lee. Knocked down by the left fielder Tanner Thompson, who came on to pinch run for Ramirez as he gets it back in. So a single here to start the inning off for the Packers. As Villalobos is aboard, that brings Travis Welker to the plate. Welker, the second baseman, wearing number 8. Right-handed hitter stands in now as Will Dowell looks in, gets the sign from McCarty, now sets ready to go here as Villalobos gets his lead. Dowell gives a look, comes set at the shoulders, pitch on the way, runner goes, and the ball is bunted foul. As Villalobos goes diving head first into second base, now getting the bad news that he's going to have to go all the way back to first on the fouled off bunt. So 0-1 is Dowell able to get ahead of Welker here. Blues need a clean inning. 1 run is doable in the ninth as there's some action in the Santa Maria bullpen. Warming up is number 26, Josh Glazowiski. So Glazowiski getting loose, might be trying to close it out for the Packers as Welker shows bunt, pulls back, a snap throw back to first. Lutz applies the tag, but not in time as Villalobos dives back in safely. Count goes even at one. Count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes the count here as Dowell looks in, gets the sign. McCarty sets up as Welker shows bunt. Offers out, it gets it down. Picked up by McCarty. Throw on to first a bit high, and it's going to tip off the glove of Lutz, and everybody's going to be safe. So McCarty, that throw just gets away from him a little too high. Lutz reached up, tried to keep his foot on the bag, so he didn't jump, and that cost him as it just tips off the very edge of his first baseman's mitt. So first and second now, nobody gone. A single and an error have given Santa Maria runners on first and second as Slim Lopez, the shortstop, comes to the plate. As the first offering on the way, Lopez shows bunt, pulls it back, but a called strike nonetheless. 0-1. As I've just gotten the update from my man Quentin that the Warriors are on to Game 7 as they will beat the Rockets tonight in Oracle Arena. As that has been stressing me out all night. Very glad to see that the Warriors are hanging around in the playoffs. Let's see if the Blues can make a comeback here. As there's a bunt out in front of the mound. McCarty's got. He's going to have to make a strong throw, and it's going to go down the first base line. Cutting it off is the right fielder. As that ball gets away, 1 run comes in to score. Everyone moves up 180 feet. At second and third, nobody out as McCarty back-to-back throwing errors. As the new second baseman, number 3, Zach Garcia, rolled over to cover first base properly as Lutz broke in on the bunt. McCarty had it, knew he had to make a quick throw as he kind of double clutched it there, found his grip, and then just sailed the throw by the covering second baseman Garcia. So now it's a 5-3 game, second and third, nobody out. So Blues really need to try to not let anything more runs cross as they have infield in here. First pitch swing is the now hitting Ryan Clayton as the right-handed hitter fouls that one off. 0-1. So some errors plaguing the Blues here tonight as that cost them a run and might cost them some more as it's second and third, nobody out. Dowell kicks and deals a fastball swung on chop. Lee's got it, looks the runner back, now throws on to first in time to get Clayton for the first out of the inning, and that's a big first out. As Lee with the pump fake trying to see if he can get the runner from third cheating home. But Welker stays honest over there at third base as Clayton is retired on the 6-3 putout. And with 1 gone, Hunter Bendel will hit. As Bendel pinch hit, he popped up to the catcher his first time up. Blues would love to have another one of those right here. As the infield stays in, outfield cheats in a couple steps in case they got to come up throwing as a first pitch fastball spotted by Will Dowell right on the outside corner, 0-1. So 0-1 here. Dowell looks in as McCarty sets up behind the plate here, gets the sign, gives the sign as Dowell sets at the chest. Runners take their leads. Pitch on the way is a curveball that misses a bit inside, tries to work the front door curve like Schustrich was earlier in this game for Santa Maria, but just unable to find the corner as it counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike. As now Dowell sets, kicks, and deals the offering. The fastball cut on and missed 1-2. And how big would a strikeout be for the Blues right here? As they've got infield in, trying to keep the deficit at just 2 as they've surrendered 1 this inning. Don't want to surrender anymore if you don't have to. So Dowell needs to dig deep, try to see if he can reach back for something extra on a pitch right here. As now time is called by the batter as Bendel steps out. Takes a second, readjusts the batting gloves. Now readies himself as he steps in on deck. Is Weston Hamill. Hamill reached on an error by the Justice Gibbons back in the 8th inning as the 1-2 offering on the way. A fastball swung fouled off back behind us out of play. And we'll do the 1-2 again. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now is Will Dowell looks in, gets the sign, now sets. Runner, large lead over at second base with the infield in. No one holding him on. Fastball sprayed foul, same place as we'll do the 1-2 again. So Bendel trying to put up a fight here. We'll see if Dowell can retire him here. As the big 6'6" pitcher looking for one more strike on this batter here. As McCarty gives the sign, now sets, ready to go. The pitch on the way, a curveball swung, hit on the ground, down the third baseline. It's going to be fair as it's out of the reach of Sands, and that's going to bring 2 runners home. And a big pinch hit double by Bendel as he coasts into second base, as that plates a pair, as that lead gets stretched out to a 7-3 lead. So Conager electing to not to go with a dive there, as that ball looked gettable. I think he thought it might have been foul, as it was right on the chalk, but it just stayed on that chalk the whole way. As Conager, he took a step or two, and it looked like he was going to go into a dive, and then he just kind of shorted up on it as that fastball misses wide to Weston Hamill, 1-0. So 2-run score here on the double by Hunter Bendel, as he stands on second base with 1 gone in the inning. Now McCarty heading back to the plate after a little mound conference there with Will Dowell. So the Blues will have some work ahead of them here. Regardless of the remainder of this inning, they now trail by 4. As Santa Maria has been able to plate 3 this inning. They're looking for more. Dowell trying to keep it at just 3 as that fastball gets away from McCarty, but he keeps it in front as it clambers off his shin guard. It's 2-0. The left fielder, Nate Mitchell, waits in the on-deck circle as he looks to hit. With the man in scoring position is now Hamill steps in, waves the bat above his head. The right-hander waits for the pitch. He hits the ball on the ground to second, fielded cleanly by Zach Garcia. Throw in time to retire him as the runner Bendel moves up to third base. So 2 gone in the inning, now with a man on third. And 2 away as now Nate Mitchell will hit. So Blues going to try to keep Bendel stranded at third base if they can. As Mason's showing me memes of what he's debating to post on social media. This kid's got wit. As Mitchell stands in here. The pinch hitter, Zach Hernandez, will hit for Mitchell as Mitchell gets pulled off of the on-deck circle at the last second. And that fastball is fouled off by Hernandez. 0-1. So Fernandez, the left fielder in last night's contest, now coming on as a pinch hitter here. As the offering here on 0-1 is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes the count now on the pinch hitter, Zach Fernandez. As the right-handed hitter digs in the box now. Dowell sets, readies the 0-2 offering. Fastball a bit low, good grab there by McCarty on the backhand. Not going to let it get away from him. It's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now as Fernandez steps back in. Dowell gets his sign. Bendel leads from third. Conager Sands a step behind the bag at third base as that fastball misses just outside. 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 gone here. We're in the top of the 9th. Santa Maria Packers leading the Blues by a score of 7-3. They've out-hit the Blues tonight 12-4. As the Blues are on the wrong side of the error column as well, as they've committed 3 this evening, as opposed to Santa Maria's 1. As that pitch is swung on and missed. So Will Dowell able to get the strikeout there. Off-speed pitch in the dirt gets Fernandez swinging. So damage done, however, by the Packers as they plate 3 more. As their runs have come in clumps today. They got 4 in the 4th, now here 3 in the 9th. As the Blues trail 7-3. When we come back, they're going to try to mount a comeback. We'll see if they've got anything left, as we'll be back with the bottom of the 9th here at Sinsheimer Stadium. Bottom of the ninth set to go here. It's going to be Conacher Sands to get things started as Isaac Baez is back out there as he misses high with a fastball 1-0. Sands, Dowell, and Beavers due up for the Blues here. Bottom of the ninth, Blues trailing 7-3. They need 4 to tie, 5 to win as that fastball misses high 2-0. So the Blues touched up Baez last inning a little bit, able to get a walk and a double. And then Brooks Lee had that Adam ball line drive at the second baseman that led to a doubling off of the runner at second base as that fastball misses low 3-0. So they've made some good contact off this pitcher. I think they can mount a comeback here. It's definitely possible as a 3-0 offering on the way as a fastball on the outer half of the plate, 3-1. So we'll see if they can get something going against Baez here as his offering is a 3-1 fastball ripped down the third baseline, knocked down by third base coach Fred Bogart. Hands of steel that man has as it's a full count, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Blues would love to get their leadoff man on here to try to spark a rally. Get that emotional uplift as that fastball is going to miss. Low ball 4. So Connor, good take there. Works the walk. So leadoff man is indeed on. And here we go as Brian Dowell is going to step to the plate. As we mentioned, the twin brother of the last relief pitcher, Will Dowell. So we'll see if Brian can get something going as the temperature begins to drop here in San Luis Obispo, as it normally does on these coastal nights. Baez sets and kicks. The fastball on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count here as Dowell taps the plate a couple times, now stands in. Coming set and dealing is Baez. That fastball hit on the ground to second base. Fielded cleanly on to second for 1. On to first is going to be in time. A back-breaking double play turned by the Packers as they wipe the bases clean of the Blues runners. The 4-6-3 double play puts Santa Maria an out away from getting out of this game with a win. As Dylan Beavers will hit Beavers 0 for 3 on the day, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to his name. First offering from Baez is a fastball off the plate away, 1-0. So Baez kicks and deals fastball, swung on and missed, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count here. Blues going to need some 2-out magic here. They trail by 4. Beavers going to try to get it going as there's a fastball cut on and missed, 1-2. So Blues down to their last strike now. As it's a 1-2 count, Beavers collects himself, now steps in. If he's able to reach, Brendan Gomez would hit. The 1-2 offering on the way. Fastball sprayed foul toward the beer trailer, out of play. As the count holds at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here. 2 gone into the inning. Baez to the plate. Fastball swung on and missed, and Beavers is retired. His 3rd strikeout of the ball game. So he takes a sombrero with him as he goes back to the dugout to end the game. Blues fall here by a score of 7-3 as Santa Maria came out swinging. They played it 4 in the 4th. 3 insurance runs here in the 9th as Baez works a 1-2-3 9th inning, caps it off with a strikeout. As the Blues and Packers find themselves even at 1 apiece here in this series as they high-five on home plate. Blues will look to take the 2-1 series lead as we will have an afternoon game tomorrow, 4 p.m. start time. We'll be here on the same YouTube channel as the Blues will look to grab that 1-game lead of this 4-game series. Blues swept this series last year, 4-0, having a little more trouble with the Packers as they brought their bats with them today. After getting shut out last night, they played 7. Blues will look to retaliate tomorrow at 7 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. And that'll do it for us here at Sinsheimer. For all players, coaches, and interns, my name is Davis Ellington. Thanks for listening, as we'll be back 4 p.m. tomorrow, but the Blues fall today by a final score of 7-3.